There are some things that we just cannot look past in humans. There are some aches that we might notice in somebody, and this is something we cannot get past. For example, some people's ache are dirty people. Yeah, disgusted by dirty people, and I know a lot of you are out there that are like that. So these are things you just cannot look past. So today I'm going to be sharing 10 biggest turn off for women. I went on my Instagram page and I talked to the ladies there, and I was like, okay, tell me the biggest aches that you have, the biggest turn off that you have for a guy. For example, a guy is asking you out, and these are the things that he would do that will totally be like, okay, there is no game, there is no future for both of us. We're not even going to start in the first place. And I actually made a list of the ones that came up more often. So I'm going to be sharing it with you guys on here today. So stay tuned if you want to hear this. Alright, welcome back guys. Before we get into this video, I want you all to subscribe to my channel. First of all, you all know me, I'm Chelsea and you are on Cheers Hub. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your post notification and give this video a fat thumbs up so I can come here and post more content for you all like this. So let's get into this video guys. 10 biggest turn off for women. I think a lot of you guys confuse confidence with arrogance or with cockiness, but they are not the same things. They are two distinct things. You can be confident and humble. You don't have to be cocky while being confident. Remember, cockiness is loud and confidence is quiet. An example of a cocky person is, for example, you guys are on a date and all you do is talk about yourself most of the date. You don't give her room to share her own opinions or to talk to you. You talk about yourself completely, and the things you talk about are stuff like where you've traveled to, the kind of cars you have. You talk about yourself in a cocky way. You talk about your money, you flex, you're trying to show that you're a big guy, that you are rich and all that kind of things, trying to downplay her, not giving her time to talk to you or an opportunity to talk to you, because all you just want to do is talk about how big of a boy you are. That's a very cocky attitude. Imagine the reverse is the case and you're on a date with a girl and she talks about how big of a girl she is, and she tries talking about herself all day long without giving you room to air your own opinion. I know that's also going to be a turn off for you guys, and it's a big turn off for girls. If you're on a date, don't talk about your wealth, don't talk about money, don't talk about things you have. A date is time to talk about you, for her to talk about herself, for you to also talk about yourself, and get to know each other on common ground, not to talk about material things. That's not it. Then another example of an arrogant person is someone who doesn't listen. For example, you're trying to talking, or you have an issue and she's trying to give you an opinion or trying to air her own opinion. You don't even want to hear it because you believe that whatever you do is right. There is no other person that can correct you because you're always right. It's just hard to connect with a person like that who doesn't listen, who doesn't want to hear anything, and who is just a big arrogant person. That's a very big turn off for women. We don't want to be close to you. Believe me, there's not going to be a second date if you're like this. Another biggest turn off in guys is laziness. This, I don't think it's only in guys, even in girls. Laziness in girls is a no-no, because as a guy or as a girl, why are you lazy? Why are you sitting down and allowing life happen to you? Why don't you have goals? This kind of people generally have lack of ambition, lack of goals, lack of drive, no motivation. All they want to do is wake up, eat 3 square meals, have clothes on their back, have a roof over their head, and they're fine. There's no other thing. There's nothing else they care about besides those things I just mentioned. And you know how much of a big turn off it is for a guy or a girl to be in this kind of situation, to have someone you're dating be this lazy. It's a big turn off. It's actually very sexy when you have your man who is very ambitious, talk about his job, his eyes lights up when he talks about things in life, when he talks about his hobbies and stuff like that. It's so much of a big turn off when you don't have any of those things going on for you, when you don't have hobbies, you don't have goals, you just allow life happen to you. This kind of people are also very needy and very dependent. You can actually mold them into what you want them to be, and it's not cute, because no woman wants to be around a man that she can just generally control. There are some women that want to actually be like that, but majority of women don't actually want a baby for a man, because you don't want to mommy him. He's a man and he should act like a man. He should be ambitious. He should have things he like. He should have hobbies that he's excited about, and that if he talks about them, he's so joyful to talk about them. No, it might not be those huge goals that we hear, but at least have something going on for you. Have something you love doing besides just being there. Besides just allowing life happen to you, you should have other things you have that motivates and drives you. The biggest turn off is insecurity. Insecure men are the worst. I'm sorry, but insecure men are the worst. Every woman wants a confident man who can actually stand up for himself, who can say something and stand on it, who knows what he wants and goes for it. Every woman wants that, because you cannot want to be with a man who doesn't have confidence in himself, who is insecure. An example of an insecure man is someone who is always criticizing everything that other people do, criticizing things about himself all the time, and someone who actually doesn't want to move on from where he is. He's so comfortable in his comfort zone. He doesn't want to move on. He's insecure. He's scared of failing. These kind of men are a big turn off. Nobody wants to be with a man who doesn't know what he wants to do in the future. Nobody wants to be with a man who cannot actually get up and speak for himself. Especially if the woman is attracted to strong-willed individuals, then it's going to be difficult to actually have her be for you, because you cannot stand up for yourself. You're insecure about how you look. You're insecure about everything about your life. It means you cannot get up and take big steps. You're scared. You're just trying to cower in your small space and trying to remain there. It's a very huge turn off, because no, we want a man that wants to grow and would actually push us, push us to grow. Don't want to be in the particular spot. Another biggest turn off is clingy and needy behavior. Leave some room for imagination, guys. Don't go on and on and on and be needy, and just don't need her validation so much. You get me? For example, if she's not taking your call, the worst thing you can do is call on and on and on, trying to show how needy you are, how insecure you are in yourself. That's the worst thing you can do. You don't need that validation. Acting like you don't need that validation badly. And no woman wants to mommy a guy. No woman wants to be your mommy. You want to be your girlfriend or your wife, who don't want to be your mommy. So don't go on and on needing her and being so clingy. Give room for imagination. Let her do her own thing and you do your own thing. If you have so much time on your hands to call, then you're not putting your time into good use. If you have so much time that you call on and all, trying to know what she's doing 24/7, that's a sign of an insecure man. Because if you're secure in yourself and you trust yourself, you will not do all that. You will not be so needy. You will give her space, give her breathing space. And if she doesn't really want you, generally, she doesn't want you. So there's no point being needy and being so clingy. Another example of a clingy person is after 2 days, or a needy person rather, is you want to rush things. You just want to move on to the next thing immediately. You don't give room for actual growth or time to actually like you. Those kind of things going to scare her away. What you need to do is take a break, give her time to do whatever she wants to do, and she'll come to you. There's no point being needy and clingy. Those kind of boys, I call them boys, they are not what we want. It's a very big turn off. Another biggest turn off is dirtiness. You shouldn't be dirty as a guy. You shouldn't come to your apartment and your boxer shorts, everything is all over the place, and you claim you're a guy. That's why it's like that. It's a very big turn off. You should know how to pick after yourself, how to clean after yourself, how to arrange your own personal belongings, not necessarily putting it on her like it's her responsibility to do all that cleaning. Don't leave your dishes all over the place in the kitchen. Don't do those kind of things. It's a turn off. Clean your house, arrange your things, be neat, be okay in your own skin. First of all, you have to be able to love yourself for someone else to love you the way you want. If you treat yourself badly by leaving your things out, by living in a dirty space, I wonder how someone is going to be able to love you genuinely when you don't even know how to love yourself. But if you do love yourself, you will not be in such a dirty environment and living and calling it life and be thinking because you're a man, you have all rights to live in a dirty space. It's wrong. Another biggest turn off is being aggressive and being selfish in the bedroom. Okay, this stage, why I put it in the last is because before we get to this stage, we must have actually passed the other stages. That's why it's in the last. If as a guy you are selfish in the bedroom, all you do is do your own business and then you're out of there, it's a very huge turn off. But some women might just leave it and put it under the side or not even think about it. Why? Because she doesn't even love herself, first of all, or probably she doesn't even know what it means to enjoy herself fully in the bedroom. That's why she's actually just letting it slide. But a woman who actually knows what it means to enjoy the bedroom, a woman who actually knows what it is all about, she will not just let it slide. And if you're a man and you know that she's supposed to come to that place with you and you're being selfish and you don't care, you just do your own thing and you get out of there, that's a very big turn off, a very selfish and huge turn off. You have to be able to compromise, make sure she gets hers first, like most guys do. Then before you get yours, it's not necessarily competition or anything, but you just have to be a gentleman and allow her to get hers, or better still, you guys can get it the same time. Or even if you get it first, try to also make her get hers. Don't just do your own thing and let her be like it doesn't matter, because that's majorly how it is for most women. You don't talk about it, you just let it go and let it be. Then maybe they find out, they try to satisfy themselves somewhere else, and that's now a huge deal. Of course, it's a huge deal. But if you don't know how to satisfy your woman, she's going to try some other method. Trust me. Now, these are all I have prepared for this topic today. It's not much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a fat thumbs up, turn on your post notification so that you're notified whenever I post a new video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.